Hi, welcome back. I apologize that I have not had a video out in a few weeks. We have had family visiting, and then our family just decided to be such good sharers that we have shared a cold that went through all of us, and then all of us again, and all of us again. So we have been a little under the weather and not able to make videos. So I apologize, and I am happy to say we are all well and back, and it is affecting what we're doing today. We are going to do something that's kind of a comfort food, and then I want to veer a little bit into seasonal cooking, like yummy, delicious cinnamon rolls with a different recipe, and some tiramisu, and some scones, and all kinds of yummy holiday baking, because I love baking and I love Christmas time, and there is nothing better than fresh baked goodies from the oven to get the Christmas spirit going. So while we were all sick, none of us felt like eating very much. You know, when you have an off tummy, you don't want big meals, so we stuck with some comfort foods. And you know, we don't like to buy the boxed crackers or things with a lot of preservatives in it, as we're pretty sensitive to those. We found, and actually we've done this for a while now, probably a year, we have homemade Cheeze-it crackers, or just a cheese cracker, however you want to say it. And they are so good, and it's made with just a few ingredients, and they're easy to make, even though it seems like making a cracker might be complicated. It is not, and we've eaten so many of these, we wanted to share it with you, and maybe you can find a way to switch out a store-bought goodie for a homemade goodie that is actually a lot better for you. So I hope you join us today and enjoy a recipe for some plain, simple, yummy cheese crackers, for lack of saying a brand name. Easy to make, delicious, and everybody's going to love them. We have all of our ingredients laid out and ready to go. There's only actually 5 ingredients, which is wonderful, plus whatever spices y'all enjoy, whatever flavor you like to make your crackers. I'm going to give you the single recipe, but I will be quadrupling this, because if I make a single recipe, they'll be gone. You can tell our crackers have already been eaten because people walk by and take some out of there because they're so good. So I hope that you and your family enjoy this as much as we do. But okay, so the first ingredient is, we use sharp cheddar cheese. I think it helps make a nice bright flavor of cracker, but if you like Monterey Jack or whatever you want to use, whatever you prefer, that's the beauty of home cooking. You get to make it how y'all like it. So 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, 1/4 cup of butter. I like to use unsalted because we use Redmond's real salt that has all the original minerals and nutrients in it, and nothing's been done to it. So if you buy salted butter, you're getting the not as great salt. So I buy unsalted so I can control what kind of salt and how much is in it. Speaking of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. We use Redmond's real salt. 1 cup of flour. We do freshly milled flour, and for this you can use a soft white wheat. Really, you can use any wheat that you have on hand, hard red, hard white, whatever wheat. Soft white is better when you're doing something without yeast. You use soft wheat, and with yeast you use hard wheat. So we're going to use soft white, but whatever you have is fine, and play around. Maybe einkorn is really good with this, or kamut, or you know, whatever you want. I'm not sure that Ezekiel flour would be good in this with cheese, but I've not tried it. It might be really good. Okay, so 1 cup of the flour, 2 tablespoons of cold water. It doesn't have to be ice water. It's not like a pie crust where you need everything to be super cold, but 2 tablespoons. We're gonna mix it together, and then you cut your dough into 2 balls and put it in the fridge so it gets really cold and settles in, because we're going to roll it out, so you want a nice firm dough to roll out. So we will get started. together beautifully. It takes a minute because the cold butter and cold cheese, and it takes a minute to kind of amalgamate together, and sometimes you need to scrape down the beaters a little bit beforehand. But it does come together, and we'll show you a close-up of the dough. The next thing you want to do is take your dough, if you've done a single recipe, and just divide it in two, wrap it in some plastic, and put it in your fridge so it can kind of get together, get all nice and cold, because we're going to roll it out, and it's better. It's almost like a pie crust where you want it cold to roll it out and make the crackers. So we'll do a close-up here to show you the dough and what it's supposed to look like. It's you don't want it to where you can grab it and it's just all over your hands. It's easy to touch, easy to mold. You can still see bits of cheese in it, which makes it good because it's good, yummy cheese. But here we'll do a close-up to show you. And I like to get everything out of the inside. But it's good. It's stickier than a pie crust or like scones or something, but so you can see the nice cheese bits in it, a little bit of butter, so you know it's going to be a good cracker. So just divide this up into half, or we quadrupled it. I'm going to end up making 4 balls. It should be 8, but I'm just going to do 4. And put them in the fridge to rest for 30 minutes. Okay, we got our dough ball out of the fridge, squished it down till it was kind of pie plate size, and then started rolling. Now usually I like this roller, but this is a lot of dough and we want to get it pretty thin, about 1/8 of an inch, which I have little guides that help. I've told you about this Dough Easy mat. Makes it easy because you can fold it over, put the guides there, and just roll out. And they have different size guides for different things like biscuits or whatever, and they work great. But if you don't have this mat, you can use plastic wrap, kind of cellophane, or if you happen to have 2 silicone liners for the cookie sheets, or 2 mats like this, put them on top of each other, and it really just helps everything roll out nice and flat and quick. Quick is nice, right? Make things easy. So one of our dough balls is out. We have our guide markers here. Now you can do whatever you want. If you have kids that love to use cookie cutters, use the cookie cutters. What you're going for is to have things roughly the same size so they bake at the same rate. Because if you have big cookie cutters and little cookie cutters, you're going to have to pull it out in the middle and take the little ones off. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. I tend to like simple, easy, but so I have a little rolly cutter, and I'm just going to use one of these as a guide. Put it on, roll, roll, roll them out this way, then put it this way, roll, roll, and we've already got some. It really doesn't matter how big you want to cut them, just that they're all about the same size. So if they're about this size, we bake at 350 for 15-ish minutes, pending your oven. Keep an eye on them. They'll get a nice golden on top. Oh, they're so good. If you have, we made thicker ones last time. Do you see how many are left? I put them in here for viewing pleasure, and now everybody's walked by and taken them. But I made them thicker last time. They do puff up, so I made sure to roll it thinner this time.
Fork.
Oh, and the fork. Yes, we have a fork because you want to, after you get the squares or whatever shapes, just poke them a couple times with a fork, and then that's all you have to do. This is really easy, and it can be fast. With the right equipment, it can be fast, right? So roll it out. If you want cookie cutters, great, do that, and then you can just re-roll out your leftover, around the cookie cutter, the cookies that you've cut out, until you have none left. If you want to just make big long strips, so you have kind of a bread stick, kind of just long crackers. I've done that too, and we all enjoyed them. They're going to taste really good. Now, once you get them on your sheet, you can add, I added into this when I was making it, garlic powder and onion powder. Tends to be a family favorite, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you want to do Italian seasonings, if you want rosemary crackers, whatever, have fun. just cut them to roughly the same size. Put them on your cookie tray, 350 for 15-ish minutes. Just keep an eye on it towards the last few minutes and see a nice golden brown, kind of similar to this. And boy, oh boy, I think you're going to really enjoy it. So let's get to cutting, ladies. I have my helpers here with me. Aren't we glad to be feeling better? Yeah, we just cycled around our cold. Okay, here we go. Quadruple recipe of crackers. So I wanted you to see, it has been a fight here to try and not have my family walk through and take some off, because I said I need to show everybody how much crackers this actually makes here. So minus a handful here or there. This is about quadruple recipe, and you might say, Robin, that's too many crackers, but not with our big family. We eat crackers and they're good, so you leave them out, they will get eaten. But you guys want to try, even though they've already had some, we'll try. They're hot. You might not want these. Is that too hot? Amelia, what do you like about the cracker?
Buttery.
They're buttery? Yeah, what do you like about it?
Crunchy.
Crunchy? Yeah, they're good.
And the dough.
The dough, yeah. Okay, some of these I baked a little bit longer because myself and my older daughter love a good crunchy cracker. And Amelia and Eva here tend to like a doughier, bready, more bread, like undercooked cracker, if you will. They all taste really good. Another thing I'll say is the sharp cheddar cheese is not a very salty cheese. So if you're a person who likes a really salty cracker, one thing you can do is when you get all your crackers on your sheet, before you bake it, spray a little bit of water and then put some regular salt, or there's like flake salt that's more fancy, or bigger chunks, you know, to add the good salt to the cracker. And I've done that and it bakes in really nicely. I didn't do it this time because I don't have any flake salt, and we had a lot of crackers to bake and we got sidetracked. So, but we just used our regular ruffle cut rotary, cutter, and you guys are liking the crackers. We say this counts as one, so we have one cracker. Our dog Ollie can have that one. But well, thank you for joining us on this cracker making adventure here, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will be better about uploading regularly. I really do enjoy this. Thank you for watching and being a part of this adventure that we're getting into here. But I wanted to share with you, while we were all sick and not feeling great, making comfort food was something that was really helpful to us, but also remembering that sickness is it's not the end of the world. And even when you feel awful, you know, there's an end in sight. And I really focused on, I think it's Psalms 19:14 that says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer." And so for me, that translated to, instead of going, oh, there's more tissues around, and oh, I need to get some, you know, more tissues, more medicine, more cleaning of all the light switches, you know, I started to try and say, you know, we're going to end up stronger after this is over, right? Because you get stronger after you're sick, and that at least we have each other, and we can make good food, even healthy, yummy crackers that make us feel better. So I hope that encourages somebody out there, and keep that with you all week. And you're awesome. You guys are great. And if nobody's told you, you're doing a great job. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Okay. Amen.